So guys, we're back again to go over your enclosures and what all you need for it and everything. I have Pebbles here, as you can tell. She's not as calm as Blizzy is, but she still likes to hang out from time to time. But in this video, we're going to go over lighting and substrate. So let's just break this down. We'll start off with substrate. And a lot of people have a few things that they use as substrate. You can, as starting out for babies or a new Leo, always use paper towels to monitor their bathroom and how much they're going to the bathroom and what it looks like. So you can use paper towel for baby geckos so they don't get anything ingested in them that they can't process with having a loose substrate. And you can also use it to monitor their bathroom as needed. So paper towels, shelf liner, stone tiles, and I use jungle mix. Like I said, you can use jungle mix, and I bake mine between 200 to 300 degrees in the oven to bake out the moisture and any bacteria that could be in there. And you'll want to put it in your enclosure and let it cool down before you put your little leopard gecko back in there. And you can also use create your own substrate consisting of 40% organic topsoil, 40% sand, and 20% excavator clay. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have not used that myself, but a lot of people use that substrate. But there's also newspaper, but like I said in the previous video, I don't trust newspaper as well as the rest of the substrates as far as that goes. But I think we've pretty much covered substrates. Right now I can't think of any more off the top of my head, but I think we've covered that for the most part. Now, lighting or heating. So these guys need heat or light, both put off, heat, but they need it to process their food. And if they don't have that, they won't be able to process their food. So in that case, your heating source can come from a heat pad, which goes underneath your tank, and you can hook it up to a thermostat and set it on a temperature that you want it on. Now, if you're using lighting, your lighting wattage is based off your tank size. If you have a 10-gallon tank, I would recommend maybe a 50 to a 75 watt light. Like I said, it's harder for a 10-gallon tank to maintain that heat and regulate it properly. So I would probably go with a heating pad underneath it on one side of the tank just to kind of regulate that, and then upgrade, casually as you go or as the gecko ages. So with my tanks, it ranges from 35 gallon up to 55 gallon. And for those tanks, I use 100 to 150 watt in there, and it regularly keeps the temps roughly around 89 to 92 degrees on the hot side. And on the cool side, you want it between 72 to 75 degrees during the day. That's on the cool side of the tank. Now, at nighttime, it can drop between 68 to 70 degrees, and these guys are perfectly fine because they hunt at night, which is a cooler temperature during the day. So I just cut all the lights off, take the heat source out, and they'll have it as the regular temps they would naturally hunt in. So with that being said, I recommend having a heat pad for your smaller tank as a 10-gallon. And with that being said, now your calcium. Now if you're using a light, you will want to get the calcium powder with the without the D3 in it, and then dust your feeders with D3 supplements. Now, if you're using without UVB, that's lighting. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that, but the UVB lighting, if you don't have it, then you would want to supplement with a D3 vitamin. So you want to get the calcium powder with D3 if you do not have a UVB source. And what I do is I'll take a little dish and I'll fill up, put a little scoop, tiny scoopful in there, and I'll replace it freshly once a week, so that I know they have fresh calcium in their tank. And these guys know when they need it, so they'll go over to it and they'll lick it themselves. So, as you can tell, my geckos, they don't suffer from MBD, which is the metallic bone disease or bone disorder, which makes their legs bend backwards, and it really struggles on them, and they just kind of slug around, and it's really sad to watch a leopard gecko get that just from not supplementing with vitamins. It's not that hard to do. It's very simple. You can just get it, dust your feeders with it, and always have a little dish in there to know that your gecko is getting the supplements that it needs. Now, I think I've went over the substrate, went over the lighting, went over your enclosure, just kind of went over briefly about the calcium. But, oh, let go of my hair. Shut hold of my hair. But yeah, this is Pebbles. Figured I'd show her off in this video. Just a little bit. But, I think that's all I'm going to go over tonight with y'all guys. I know this weekend I'll probably get into more the different things that's needed for the enclosure and everything, such as hides and feedings and all that. But thanks for checking in with me, guys, and don't forget to like and follow and share. So this is all for now. So let Pebbles say goodbye. And thanks for checking in, guys. Y'all have a good night.